While district residents have no vote in Congress, they do have a non-voting delegate. For the past 36 years, that seat has been held by Eleanor Holmes Norton. The aging lawmaker announced she's not running for re-election, setting the stage for a new face for D.C. on Capitol Hill. 5 Democrats are on the ballot. Council members Brooke Pinto and Robert White, along with Trent Holbrook, Greg Yatzko, and Kenny Zelinski. We asked Tom Sherwood, analyst for WAMU's Politics Hour and co-host of the Dream City podcast, to break down the candidates for us.
Robert's going on 2 things that I can tell. One is name recognition. Council member since 2014, 2015, and he's run citywide several times. And he believes that this seat, after Walter Fauntroy and Eleanor Holmes Norton, he says, with all the assault on black members of Congress across the country, he believes this seat in the district also ought to go to a black person. And he's the black person in the race. Brooke Pinto came out of nowhere in 2020 when she ran for the special election in Ward 2 to succeed Jack Evans, who had resigned. And she's won re-election since, and she's been the chair of the Judiciary Public Safety Committee the last 18 months. And she has exactly what Robert White doesn't have. She has money. She's raised over $1 million for her campaign. And she's got a professional campaign staff getting her all around town. She says with her national focus, she knows more people on Capitol Hill, she knows how the Hill works, and she thinks she would be a better candidate. Is the District of Columbia ready to elect a white woman? Its delegate, we don't know. A third candidate who has raised money is Kenny Zelinski. She has been very active in the district. She came to Washington in 1995 to work for the Clinton administration, and she has been engaged in all sorts of education efforts of trying to get young people from high school into college, and she's made that part of her life work. She got into the race. She's not very well known. She has raised money, a lot of it from outside the district, and she's made a very aggressive campaign. She puts on a good presentation when she goes to all the forums, but she's simply not known. Will her campaign dollars get around the city enough for people to get to know her? Trent Holbrook. Trent Holbrook is your classic Capitol Hill staffer. He worked for the past 8 years with Eleanor Holmes Norton. He worked for other members of Congress before that. He jumped into the race saying that he could just pick up the baton from Eleanor and go charging right ahead. He knows how the office works. He knows what to do. He knows people on the Hill. The problem is, people don't know him. Like a classic staffer, he's always stayed in the background while Eleanor Holmes Norton has got the credit for whatever she did or didn't do. Even less known is Greg Yatzko. He's a nuclear scientist, lives in the city. His whole experience, if you Google him, it's national politics, energy, nuclear issues. He got into the race, and his big issue is we should not pay federal income taxes to the federal government until we become a state. Now, first of all, if you don't pay your income taxes, that's a federal crime. And secondly, this was tried back in the early 1990s, in the 80s, Walter Fauntroy, who was the first delegate to Congress, tried to do the same thing. Let's just put our tax money into an account and we won't give it to the federal government till we get statehood. That went nowhere. And as of this moment, Yatzko's campaign is going nowhere because he has no money, he has no name recognition.
Mail-in ballots have already been sent out. Election day is June 16th in the district. Mark Segraves, News 4.
This will be the first election in D.C. using ranked choice voting, where voters pick their top 5 choices for each race in order of preference. Stay with News 4 for all your election coverage. Over the next week, Mark has a team of political reporters lined up to break down all the races.